welcome my scientists and doctors. Today we are going to be making our own science formulas using sea salt, baking powder, vinegar, water, and any type of foamy lemon hand sanitizer. You'll need these, a dry erase marker or Sharpie. I would like to use a dry erase because this could be reusable for my mom. Could get mad at me. A pencil, 5 or 6 pieces of paper, and 5 cups, and a spoon for your hand sanitizer. What you are first going to do is you're going to label the cups. I'm going to start doing that now. This one is going to be D1, D2, and D3. D1, D2, D3, and D4, and D5. First, we are going to write down, we're going to take our paper and a pencil, and write down which one we're going to start with. Obviously, we're going to start with D1, and the formula that we did was, and after this, I'm going to be explaining why the chemicals reacted in this sudden way or form. And so D1. So I'm going to take my D1 cup and I'm going to try the formula. Water is otherwise known as H2O. And make sure most of y'all know that. A little bit of water, some foaming hand sanitizer, and a little bit of vinegar, water, hand sanitizer, and vinegar. Now listen, you are not going to want to mix this. At first, it might seem like, it's not like making a reaction or anything, but if you would like to put your goggles on and do some little bit of research, you can do that. I'm going to do that right now and show you what you should do. A little bit of more vinegar, and if that doesn't form, then we should add a little bit of baking powder. Not too much, but a little bit. Because if you bake, because I bake too a little bit sometimes for parties or family reunions, if you bake, you should know that baking powder rises cakes, powders, cookies, or anything like that. That's why I would love to do that in baking so that it could grow. So that's the same thing for science. I don't know the formula for baking powder, but I'm just going to do a little bit of it. It's starting to foam. It's starting to foam. I might only use a little bit. Now after you wrote D1, water, hand sanitizer, and vinegar, you are going to write did not work, so I used, and so and so. What you used. You do not have to use baking powder, but I chose to do it. And since baking powder and salt don't like each other, kind of like, just like ammonia hates water, I'm going to pour a little bit in and see what's going to happen. And a little bit of baking powder. And then you might watch out for this. I'm going to back up a little bit. Baking powder. It's not going to foam. It's foaming a little bit. But we're going to leave this right here. And then we're going to work on D1. And then it did not work, so I used vinegar, 1 teaspoon, hand sanitizer, also baking powder. Now on our papers we're going to write a line under that and write D2. We're going to write D2 equals, and then for mine I'm not going to try to use the one that I just used right now, but this is D3. So D2, I'm going to start with a teensy bit of water. No, I'm not going to try some hand sanitizer, not yet. A teensy bit of salt. I know the water is going to make the salt dissolve, but I kind of think if the salt is if the water and the salt is gonna mix, and then it's gonna be like if I add the baking powder, it should like react in a like weird way. I might add like a lot of baking powder. You better watch out, guys. And I'm not trying to be just like D1 because I want different reactions. I'm going to add some vinegar. It's foaming just like rising dough. And it's starting to be like a slime, I guess. I'm going to go reload on my materials. So, ooh, kind of smells good. Kind of smells a little bit like ammonia, but kind of smells like that flour hand sanitizer. Okay, but I don't suggest you to drink it. So let's check on D1. D1 is turning a little bit of yellow. D2 is foaming up and it's sinking again. So D2, I'm gonna write baking powder, vinegar, and sea salt. Be right back, guys. I got some more vinegar. So let's check on D2. So I hope you finished writing while I was gone. D2, let's check on its solid form. I'm gonna use the back of this. Nothing's not really happening. So yeah. I'm gonna let that sit in a different place. And maybe if I add some more salt. Kind of looks like almond milk. That gives me an idea. It gives me an idea. For the next mixture, I have some chemicals in my chemical bar in my lab. I'm going to add some aloe vera leaf juice.